Well, I've been seeing on YouTube everybody doing their toolbox tours. Um, this is my US General 56-inch box with the added, I believe it's a 22 by 14 and a half wide box, the hanging box. I thought I might jump on the bandwagon and do a tour of mine. So I guess we'll start with what's on top here. I've got the Cobalt 24 volt half-inch drive impact, battery powered. It's I think it's 800 pounds in reverse, and it was only 200 bucks, and that's been a kick-ass tool so far. I also have the 3/8 gun. Coon Trucking, if y'all are familiar, watch a lot of tool videos. He did a review on this gun and was breaking bolts, wheel bolts loose with it that were actually 240 pounds. So that's 240 foot-pound on a 3/8 gun that's $99. That's pretty badass. And I haven't had an issue with it yet. Of course, that's a recent purchase. DeWalt drill for around the house stuff. Can't go wrong. Just bought that earlier this year. This thing. Let's go with this. This was bought on a whim. $79.99 Amazon special from a company, I believe they're in Canada. This thing is badass. It's not the highest quality in the world. It came with like some junk sockets and 2 batteries and a charger, but I have used the absolute shit out of this thing. And I used it to pull the motor out of my 55 Chevy. Pretty much only use this unless I had to use a manual ratchet, and it just has kicked ass. It hasn't failed me once. For quick access, I've got the Harbor Freight T-handle Allen heads. I even got one that's labeled air cleaner because it fits the air cleaner on the 55. I guess we'll go from there to the top box up here. This is an old Craftsman box. It was the top half of another cabinet that my dad had for years. Took it and put it on here for extra storage. All the drill batteries are up here. This fits the 3/8 ratchet. Tape measures, thread sealant, thread locker, things like that. First drawer on it. Oil change, antifreeze tester, tube cutter. If you've ever made your own spark plug wires, you know what this is. It's the crimp tool for it. Fishing bait. Loose drill bits. When my dad gave me this box, this drawer was just kind of full of miscellaneous drill bits and even a hole saw bit there. So I just kind of left it. Pins, writing utensils, toolbox keys, couple screws, just random things. Cutting utensils, box knives, razor blades, pocket knives, some post-it notes. This drawer is all hose clamps, different sizes, and then these are Loctite sticks, a small level here, stainless steel clamps, things like that. This is all Torx bits and drivers. Used to have Jeeps years ago and used these a lot. Sold out of my Jeeps. Now these literally never get used. This drawer barely gets open, so that's why they're up here in the bastard box. Husky bit set, DeWalt drill bit set, socket adapters for the DeWalt drill. This is a old Kmart set. was in my grandpa's toolbox. Looks like it's literally never been used. So when he passed away and I was cleaning out his garage, I took that and just kind of have it as a keepsake. These are the cobalt ratcheting drivers. It's reversible. Kind of gimmicky, but they work. It's a big one and a little one. Lighters, and then screwdrivers and things like that for the drill. This one is adjustable wrenches, which I literally never use. That's why they're not in the big box. And then scrapers of all different kind, razor blades, paint scrapers, you know, generic things. Zip ties, grommet set. Got 3 different sizes of zip ties, and then a cowhawk grommet set I bought at a car show. Timing light that is basically ancient from Sears, was given to me by my grandfather, but it still works perfect. Just some weather strip adhesive, and then this is a Black & Decker stud finder for hanging pictures in the house. Now I guess we'll move on to the main box. We'll start with the smaller cabinet over here. Top drawer's all 1/4 inch. Pittsburgh sockets, chrome, shallow and deep, metric and standard. These are an extra set. I think these are like Husky or something. They came with some little assortment thing I got at a yard sale, actually. This is a from Tractor Supply Co., I believe it was. A set that they had in their, you know, $5 bin or whatever, and then nut drivers and some ratchets. This little guy's from the Cobalt 90 tooth 3 ratchet kit, and then of course your extensions there. Second drawer is Holley carburetor parts. 4150 jet kit, cam kit, extra gaskets, fuel pressure regulator, and this is for the throttle linkage on the 55 if you were to use a factory GM throttle cable, which I don't. Tidbits of electrical flush cuts, an ancient set of stripper crimpers. There was some things there, another one of my grandpa's toolbox finds, some loose grommets, fuses that were for the old fuse block that was in the 55, extra relays, and some generic speaker wire. This drawer is just kind of overflow of the 1/4 inch stuff, and then this is kind of cool. This is actually a starter current tester that's absolutely ancient. Not even sure what year this is from, but you would lay your generator and your starter cable in there, and it would tell you what kind of current it was drawing, which is cool. Just a keepsake. Fuel pump and vacuum gauge set from Harbor Freight, obviously, and then some fishing rod sleeves because I'm a bass fisherman, like to fish. Extra set of wrench organizers and an empty drawer because this is actually new. I just got this hanging cabinet like not even a week ago. Moving on, the money shot drawer, I guess everybody calls it. I don't really have hardly anything that's toolbox, truck, tool truck part tools. I've never been serviced by a tool truck. I don't do this for a living. I would just work on my own shit at home. So most of my stuff is Harbor Freight and Tecton. I really like Tecton. Tecton stuff has not failed me yet. The stuff I do have anyway. So I've continued to buy Tecton because they're affordable and pretty nice quality. I mean, metric shallows from Tecton, 3/8 impacts. I mean, nice quality stuff for not a whole lot of money. We got metric deep and shallow Pittsburgh, standard deep and shallow Pittsburgh. These are Tecton 12 point and 6 point metric, deeps, 12.6 point standard deeps for the 3/8 gun is what I bought those for. And then these are actually, if I can get them up out of here, something kind of cool. In my other hand, this is an ancient set of K-Tool that I found at Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts. These were actually labeled for sale for $6.99. I don't know how long they had been in that store or in their warehouse, but a cool buy anyway. They are 3/8 short standard impacts, so that's cool. Pittsburgh composite ratchet, used the hell out of it. It's held up. I really can't complain. Icon 3/8 flex head, just picked this up not too long ago. Only got to use it a couple of times. Obviously it's pristine, but so far I dig it. The flex head is relatively stiff. It doesn't move around a lot or anything, so kind of digging that. And then I like that one enough that I went back and picked up the 1/2 inch non-marring lug nut sockets. They keep from tearing the wheels up on my 55, which is the main reason I bought them. $14.99 on Amazon from Motive X Tools. Relatively nice quality. The nylon sleeve comes off of them if you don't want to use it. 1/2 inch drive impacts, older set of Pittsburgh deeps that obviously is missing a few sizes. That was back before their sets were as complete as they are now. Back here I've just got like trailer ball socket, and these are various unique sizes that have fit things over the years. I've held on to the shorts are K-Tool 1/2 inch drive metrics. Deeps are Harbor Freight 6 point deep 1/2 inch standards, and then the others are Chrome Job Smart from Tractor Supply Company, and then this 1.1/8 which fits, if you own a Ram diesel truck, you know this fits your fuel filter cap under the hood. The only snap-on tool in the whole box is this 1.25" shallow socket, which is very hard to see the name on. It's almost wore off of it. Right there, snap-on, very hard to read. Been well used over the years. 1/2 inch breaker bar, and then a huge Mac Tools pry bar I keep up here just for quick access. A couple little Coleman flashlights and things, and spark plug sockets. So that's the socket drawer. On to wrenches. Wrench drawer, these are full Tecton sets of combination wrenches. Standard here, metric here. Standard is 1/4 inch all the way to 1 inch, and then metric is 8mm to 22. Ratchet wrenches, these are gear wrench from I believe this is 5/16 to 3/4, and then these are an older set of Pittsburgh that you have to flip to reverse, flip them over. My grandmother actually bought me these when I got my first set of tools years ago when I was 18, and you can tell they have been well used. I beat them up pretty good, but they work. I haven't broke one. So Pittsburgh metric flip ratchet wrenches, haven't broke one of those either. They've been pretty good. And then these are Tech Pro, which was what replaced gear wrench at Advanced Auto Parts on their tool line that they sell. So those are reversible ratchet. The Tecton combination wrenches. I have to say, finish is nice. They're individually part numbered, so if you lose one, you can just order another one or what have you. I'm really happy with these. I haven't had them very long. Before this, I had a junk set of old Pittsburgh wrenches that were bent and things like that. Then, of course, over here we have, you know, the custom wrench that was used one time for unknown purpose, and then a couple of distributor wrenches back here. On to the next drawer. Next drawer is screwdrivers. Got had a super coupon, picked up the Icon screwdrivers. I really like the grips. The grips are freaking solid. Feel good in your hand. You know, more money than I normally would spend on a set of screwdrivers, but you know, got to buy something nice every now and then. These are you know, the regular Pittsburgh whatever screwdrivers, pry bars, whatever you want to call them. You know, flatheads anymore are basically pry bars, and Phillips are screwdrivers. At least that's what Coon Trucking says. This is a set of screwdrivers that I picked up from Harbor Freight. It was like a buy one get one thing, and they're actually not that bad, but I haven't used them much. Having the others in the drawer, I don't really pick these up unless I'm need something on the go. Best thing about this kit is this cool bit handle. Comes with like a T-handle set up here, and then comes with bits of all different kinds. And the wobble's kind of cool. Micro screwdrivers. If my you know, girlfriend needs to fix her glasses or something, you got the little micro screwdrivers. So not bad for a super cheap set. Harbor Freight little pick set that's actually missing one. Good set of hardened drill bits. Picked these up from Hoyt years ago when I was working at CRG, building industrial case packers. That was my first good job out of high school. Loose common drill bit sizes, punches and chisels, taps, carburetor springs, and a thread cert kit that I hope I never have to use again. Some basic shears. This is plier drawer. Stanley, Channel Lock, Harbor Freight, Cobalt, you name it, it's in there. A little bit of everything. These I got from my grandfather, these orange handled. They're actually a nicer set that I have come to like pretty good. Electrician's tape, thread tape, battery brush, things like that that I can get to quick. Extra air fittings. I have air in the house garage, so things like that. Scissors, pry bars, just basic Pittsburgh pry bars that have been through the ringer pretty good. Next drawer is hammers, Ingersoll Rand, air gun, gloves. That's an OEM Tools click style 1/2-inch torque wrench, which is, you know, enough for doing wheels around the house on the 55 and on the regular cars, rotating tires and things. All my hammers are off-brand, either Harbor Freight or Tractor Supply Company, Job Smart, things like that. These are pretty cool. I'm not going to go through the trouble of unrolling them, but this is a set of actually Cummins branded wrenches, Cummins diesel, that my grandfather had. I don't know where he got them from, but just a cool set to have as an extra. Then the bottom drawer is the horrendous catch-all. This is the case for the 3/8 ratchet that's up here. The boxes from the Tecton sockets. There's extra parts, spark plug wire holders, dipstick, original 55 tail lights, the bags for all the guns and the drills, coolant reservoir, extra parts, gaskets, extra belt for the 55, just things, valve cover, hold down, header gaskets, smattering of things in there, just kind of my overflow drawer. These wrench organizers from Harbor Freight, don't ever buy those, they're garbage. That's the main part of the big box. Jump over here to the small drawers. These are all of the ratchets that aren't in the big drawer. I bought, I mentioned the 90 tooth cobalt set. This is the 3/8 and this is the 1/2 inch. They're not too bad, you know, for what they are. The teeth are relatively fine, I guess. Composite ratchets from Harbor Freight that I've had for years. These have been used and abused. Actually surprised how well these have held up. Some of the first ratchets I ever bought right out of high school. All my 1/2 inch and 3/8 extensions, wobbles, converters, things like that. And then this is actually a Job Smart from Tractor Supply, a extendable 1/2 inch ratchet, collapses and extends. Been pretty hard on that thing since I got it, and I actually haven't broke it. The clicks in these sound like roller coasters going up the hill, but I haven't broke it. So next drawer is Allen heads, all Allen, the whole drawer. These are valve adjustment tools for small block Chevy for the 55. Pittsburgh sets for quick access, and then this I actually picked up from watching a tool review the other day. This is EP Auto on Amazon. This is their hex bit set, metric and standard. It goes 1/2 inch, 3/8 down to 1/4 as you get to the smaller sizes. I was watching this tool review and he showed these and I thought they were pretty sweet, so I picked up a set. $24.99 on Amazon. I don't know how they're hold up over time, but you know, for just needing a set of Allen bits, these are killer. Next drawer, air chucks, tire pressure gauges, and then this is just loose miscellaneous hardware. Everybody has one of these drawers. Washers, old car keys, spark plug gap gauges, miscellaneous hardware, generic spacer material. Never know when you have to cut down and make a spacer. Doing these old hot rods, you never know what you're going to need. So next drawer, abrasives. This is all wire wheels, wire brushes, Scotch-Brite pads, files, grinder discs for all the different electric grinders I have, steel wool, things like that. And then this drawer is kind of a relative catch-all. Got a couple of extra set of wrenches that I used to keep in cars that I've sold the car since then. Extra test light, car waxes, things like that that you only use once or twice a year, and then some extra wire loom I have for the 55. That's pretty much it for the box. Up here I've got, this is Harbor Freight's little magnetic quantum light. Not bad for the money. $4.99 at the register. It's magnetic, so that's cool. And then this is my favorite, hands down. I would put this up there with some of the better lights out there that cost more money. This is 390 lumen magnetic flex head. 2 different brightnesses and a tip light for getting into hard to reach places. I mean, this thing is the bomb. For $29.99, you cannot go wrong. If I break it, I won't cry about it. And it also is magnetic. So that's pretty much it, folks. Like I said, I don't do this for a living. Mainly work on my own stuff around the house. You can see my air hose and things over there. I have another box that I'd have electrical stuff in. I don't work out of it a whole lot, but you can see just real quick it's a fucking mess, but it's got all the wire connectors, things like that, bulk extra wire. I rewired my 55 this weekend, or this winter, not weekend, winter, and that was a challenge in itself, so I've got some things left over from it that I'd ended up not using. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the toolbox tour. If there's anything you guys have questions about, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, enjoy your Sunday. See ya.